Hey friends, welcome back to my channel in the year 2026. I know it sounds like it's so far away, but really it's so close. I'm going to be doing things differently on my channel, so part of me was like, oh, maybe I should start it now. And then I decided to completely not start the new process until 2026 because I think it will be a surprise for both of us. I'm just kidding. I have a lot of it figured out in this noggin of mine, but I'm very excited for it. So if you're new around here, don't forget to subscribe so you don't miss a single thing from me, and like this video if you want more like it. In today's video we have November's TBR, and I had a few different options of what I was gonna do, but I've been slowly working on Emily Elizabeth Booklover's autumnal bingo, and this is going from, well, I mean, it went from September, first day of September, all the way to the end of November. So I literally wrote down all the books that I've read that fit prompts for this, and I still have, well, these are all, oof, right? There's a lot. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. Oh my goodness. I guess that's not terrible because there's 35 prompts over the span of 3 months. I might also be cheating on some of the prompts, so I'm calling myself out already, but I like to call it stretching the prompts. Like, I have my students stretch out their words like I teach them to read. So we go cat, you know, we stretch it out. Get into this, and there will be a wrap-up coming at the end of November to see if I actually got a blackout. I think it'd be really cool if I do get a blackout, but I'm very motivated to get this blackout. So 15 books in the month of November is a lot, though. It's okay. That's future Alita's problem. Like, next week, Alita's problem. The first prompt that I have yet to get is a forest animal on the cover, and for some reason I didn't think to look at my romance shelf. I've been reading a lot of horror novels in October, you know, because Halloween, so of course you read all the scary stuff, and I've been very bored with it. So I was gonna start reading like hard-hitting junk and rom-coms in November, so I tried really hard to keep that in mind when picking for these prompts. These are more a pile of possibilities because I am a hardcore mood reader at the center. Okay? Anyways, this is Bear With Me Now by Katie Shepherd, and there's a bear running out of the forest at these two people that I believe were camping. So love makes life a little wilder in this rom-com. Oh, it's also a debut. Oh, that's cool. After a panic attack puts him in the hospital, charity executive Tegan Van Zilge is dragged by his sister to a wilderness therapy retreat in Montana. Lost in the woods while upsounding from mid-afternoon meditation, Tegan is nearly eaten by a bear before his rescue by a furious angel in muddy hiking boots, the program's handy woman Darcy, who was almost worried for the bear. Oh man, that actually sounds kind of funny. Number 2 is witches, and I don't like witch books. I can't find a horror novel that has witches that I actually enjoy. So if you have any recommendations, let me know in the comments below. That is something that I feel like I would be interested in, but it's never worked for me. So instead, we're going the romance route, and this is a queer romance. This spells Disaster by Tori Ann Martine. I have no idea what happens in this. I just know, oh wait, fake dating gets a magical twist in this enchanting queer romantic comedy. I love fake dating. Oh, that is one of my favorite tropes. Autumnal foliage. And no, I can't say that word, so don't, whatever. Current Alita has no idea what this book is right here, but editing Alita gets to look through her entire digital collection. And then we have hot beverage or sweet treat on the cover. You all, you know what? Like I said, I am queen of stretching prompts. So this one I definitely stretched a lot. The Last Goodbye by Fiona Lucas. This is gonna break my heart. And do I really want to be heartbroken? No. But do I want to feel something that is not irritation from all the horror novels that I've read that have not made me scared? Yes. So, I know what you're thinking. Where is the sweet treat, Alita? But do you see how she's sitting on a bench with a book open, reading it? So having the time to open a book and read it for yourself, that is a sweet treat that any mom that likes to read would take. So did I stretch that? Absolutely. Am I still counting it? For sure. But this follows Anna, her husband, her best friend, her rock, Spencer, has passed away. And she keeps calling his number just to hear him talking on his voicemail. And then, like, a year, I think it's the yearly anniversary, I think it's a year after he died, she calls that number and someone else picks up. So he no longer has that number, you know, and she can't hear her husband's voice anymore. And I'm pretty sure that they end up falling in love with each other. But it just sounds so heart-crushing. Okay. Then the next one that I have not gotten the square for is finish a series. And again, I have no idea what series this is gonna be, but I have a ton of series on digital collection. Okay, anyways, the next one is favorite trope. This one changed a lot because I have quite a few favorite tropes, but I ended up going with A Twisted Love Story by Samantha Downing because this follows Wes and Ivy, who are already married. I love the already established couple trope, although I think this one's a little bit different because, like, when it's good, it's great, but when it's bad, it's torturous. I don't know if one of them is abusive or anything like that, but I'm excited to see what this is. I don't know a whole lot about this one. I just know that I've read from Samantha Downing before, so let's read. I heard this one might be smutty, but that's literally all. This one is the least likely to get read this month. With that being said, the next prompt that I don't have a book for is Romantasy. I'm gonna pick A Fate of Wrath and Flame by K.A. Tucker. Honestly, a few months ago, I just bought a whole lot of K.A. Tucker. I didn't even know that she wrote fantasy or romantasy. And that's not my jam. So I'm scared, but we're gonna do it. I have no idea what it's about. New release between September and November. I'm gonna be trying to read An Academic Affair by Jodi McAllister. This is an arc. It comes out on 11/11/25. Veterans Day? I don't know. The 11th of November. And it is a love story between two academic rivals who are in undergrad and graduate program. Oh, undergrads in the literary department. Oh, 15 years ago. Oh, okay. But now it's like a second chance romance? Okay. That one was sent to me. I have no idea what it's about. Then we have paranormal / supernatural. For that, I'm gonna read Hex by Thomas Old Halvet. Honestly, I just need to start working on that horror bingo TBR from hell that Sarah from Wicked Reading is doing. It's a year-long challenge and it just started in October, so I'm not behind, but my husband did pick this one, so I should prioritize it. Then creepy cover. For a creepy cover, I have no idea what's going on in this cover. It Will Just Be Us by Joe Kaplan. It looks like trees and mirrors, but in this mirror it looks like there's someone's face, and maybe that's a self-portrait. I don't know, but it looks like blood. And then I have no idea what's going on, but it's weird looking. It's creepy. Then we have a chunky book. I did not realize that the reformatory was huge. It's almost 600 pages. That's nonsense. But I have realized that I love plantation horror. Like horror that takes place on a plantation, that usually in the Deep South, usually like very much racial injustices happen. It's so I don't know if this one's creepy, but like Kindred and When the Reckoning Comes. Ooh, I'm hoping this will be in the same vein. Then I have darker, spicy book. Bring on the Spice with Penelope Douglas. This is Misconduct. I believe that this follows a tennis instructor and her students, and things get spicy. Okay, then we have a gothic book. I'm gonna give Ashley Winstead another chance. This is Midnight is the Darkest Hour by Ashley Winstead. I believe this is a serial killer horror thriller. I think it's a thriller horror. I think it's more thriller but has horror elements. I don't care. But it follows a serial killer in the South. That is all that I know. Alright, then we have a book with cool colors on the cover. I have 2 romances to pick from, and I'm not gonna pick right now because I want to read them equally as much, and that's not fair to make me choose. So there's Twice in My Life by Annette Christie. This one actually sounds so good because it follows Layla, whose fiance just dumped her. His name is Elliot, I think. Ian. And Ian goes on a bike ride after they've been like divorced for 6 months. He goes on a motorcycle ride and he gets in an accident and he goes into a coma, and when he wakes up, he doesn't remember the last 6 months of them being apart. So she takes the opportunity to pretend that they never broke up. They never got divorced. And she's like, well, now I can be the perfect wife. And he'll never know. But I think he'll know. Or there's Fight or Flight by Samantha Young. This is a romance on a plane? Question mark. I don't know, it just says a series of chance encounters leads to a sizzling new romance. Honestly, I think I'm going to pick for Twice in My Life, but I don't know yet. Then we have trees on the cover. For that, I tentatively have The Forest of Missing Girls by Nichelle Gerlades. This also comes out in November, on November 11th. This follows Leah, who used to live next to this forest that used to scare her. And when she was a teenager, a bunch of girls went missing in the forest, so that's why it scared her. And now she's finally going back home for a reason that I don't remember or am not aware of. And, you know, the trees come alive and scare her again. It's scarier than that, I'm sure. Then there's Fire on the cover. The only book that I own that has fire on the cover is Not Your Average Hot Guy by Gwenda Bond. She falls in love with a demon. Like, I think that's the devil's son. And she falls in love with him. Consider me sold. Then, fantasy. The last prompt is a fantasy prompt. And I am going to pick The House in the Cerulean Sea by T.J. Klune. Everyone and their mother has read The House in the Cerulean Sea. But I haven't. I don't read fantasy. So why would I have like the coziest of all cozy fantasy on my shelf? I have no idea because I don't read cozy. I don't read fantasy. But here we are. I've heard that this is going to make me cry my little eyes out. And you know what? I'm excited for it. I don't know anything else about this. I just heard that the characters are magical. I think that it's LGBT in some direction. It says a magical island, a dangerous task, a burning secret. But those are all the books that I want to read in November. Hopefully I stick to my TBR, but I'm notorious for going off the cuff and just reading whatever I feel like it. So consider this my pile of possibilities for November. I hope you enjoyed this video. Don't forget to smash that like button and subscribe to my channel if you're new around here. I'll see you in the next video. Bye!